Hey, Roadrunners, welcome back to Lit Medallion in my 50-cent studio. I got a blue towel on the right, navy. I got an orange towel on the left. What color are we wearing this weekend as we play Texas? As fans, we wear that color because we don't want to blend in with that color. Our orange is different than our orange, but still. You saw how when Alabama was in there, it was hard to see the difference between red and burnt orange, right? Crimson and burnt orange. So we wear blue. Wear your blue. I'm wearing my blue pullover. It's a work day. It's what I rep. You can see it all the time. I rep UTSA at work all the time. I'm not at work right now. I'm working from home. But I still rep UTSA with polos, button downs, whatever. Hey, if Aggies can do it, Longhorns can do it, so can we. Rep your school. Anyway, let's talk about this weekend. I was asked in a chat message, I'm going to mention Leno, because Leno said, what's the keys to victory? What got me to thinking? And I said, I'll answer that in a video. But first and foremost, I'm going to tell everyone right now, we win. I think we win. If I'm wrong, ooh, sue me. Hate me. Point in my face. Ha ha ha. You were wrong. That's okay. Still believe in my team, right? And I think we win. Let me tell you what are the keys and what to think about this weekend. Now, we didn't do ourselves any favor by having a uniform reveal on Texas campus. I heard about it. I didn't see it. Kind of lame. I mean, let's get off the daddiness, right? Save that for A&M. We're our own school. We're our own program. Texas is just another school we play. But here are the keys to winning. Line of scrimmage. Straight up line of scrimmage. I think our defense can give their line of scrimmage, our front seven give their line of scrimmage fits. I really do. I'm telling you right now. So it's our offensive line of scrimmage. How do we handle being able to run the football and getting Frank into space? We saw what Bryce Young, avoiding that sack, did to win that game, right? For Alabama. Frank runs a lot more. Frank runs a lot more than Bryce Young does. Bryce Young tried to throw it. Let me ask you this. Did you see anything special from Alabama's wide receivers in any of their games this year that tells you that any of them are better than Zachary Franklin, Corian Clark, Josh Cephas? I've said it many times. Our wide receiver core, the room as a whole, is probably the best in G5. And I guarantee you, our three guys that we see can be wide receiver number 2 at no worse on every single P5 out there. There's very few P5s that have a wide receiver number 2 than our three guys. And in fact, I bet you Zachary could start for many wide receiver number 1 for many P5 programs. But he's ours. And we've got to be thankful he's ours. Here's a stat. UTSA's ridiculous on third downs. Why? I just mentioned it. Wide receivers. Now, Texas did a good job with Alabama's wide receivers. But, I mean, are you impressed by them? See, I'm not. Alabama couldn't run the ball on them. Alabama hasn't run the ball on anybody in 2 years. So, while we may be missing our RB1 from last year, I got a feeling that Traylon and Brendan are going to do more than hold their own, just like Alabama did. It's about the line of scrimmage. I call it. I'm telling you. You asked, Leno, you asked. This isn't a message directly to Leno. I'm having a little fun with him. We meet up for drinks once in a while from the Houston area. And here's the final take on this game this weekend. Bill O'Brien. And it's great. The reason why I mentioned Leno, we live in Houston. We're Roadrunners. We live in Houston. And if you know anything about Houston, you know about the Houston Texans and that miserable offense. Boring, bland, predictable. This is Going to be the 3 plays he calls. That's Bill O'Brien. Now, Alabama still won because they had better players. But imagine if Alabama had Steve Sarkisian as their offensive coordinator, Lane Kiffin as their offensive coordinator, or our offensive coordinator as their offensive coordinator. I don't think Texas walks out of there with their heads hung too high, held high. They're low. Difference is we don't have Alabama's roster, right? But like I've shouted many times as I've walked in to the stadium, no one starts this rumble without me. Look it up. It's a great quote. It's a fun quote to say, right? So look that quote up. You'll know where I got it from. And it's just a great moment in a really fun movie with a lot of soon-to-be superstar actors, right? So let's see you at DKR. I'm going to be at DKR. So like I was saying before I got a phone call, I've been there multiple times at DKR, and apparently it messes with my phone and my DJI. I'm low at 50 cents. I mean, by as many videos I've made and how much I paid for this and all that stuff's free, it's 50 cents, right? 50 cents studio. So this is what I got to deal with. So I'm going to have to do some splicing. But I've been in DKR, right? Nothing special about that stadium. Our Roadrunners ain't worried about noise. Not at DKR. I guarantee you. They've been in Kyle Field. They ain't worried about noise. I know it seems loud. I've been in the lower bowl at Kyle Field, sitting behind the UTSA band. There's no way DKR's louder unless the fans want to be louder. But there's something about the noise level and the way the noise reverberates inside the Alamo Dome. It's a dome stadium. It's built specifically for football. It has concrete walls, so there's no noise suppression anywhere. You'll leave that. If we ever get 50,000 fans on a regular basis in the stadium, we'll have the best home field advantage. Think of Syracuse, the Carrier Dome. If you watch Syracuse play, and they struggle playing football, but when they had Donovan McNabb, you could hear the fans in the background over the announcers. The announcers have to yell. I've mentioned this. But anyway, so see you at DKR. Let's find a way to get a lot of Roadrunners there, a lot of Navy there, and we will rock their socks off. We will. I'm not going to say the Aggie phrase. I'm not going to say that. No, save that for the Aggies. We got our own thing, right? We got our own thing. We just go in there and win, come out with a victory, and then prepare for the rest of the season. But at the end of the day, as long as our kids leave healthy, ready to play against Texas Southern, ready to play a Conference USA schedule, then I'm happy. Here's one thing we've got to understand, and we have to level set ourselves as fans. Every Conference USA team wants to take down the champion. And while every year there's a new champion, we represent the reigning champ, right? Because it's what we kind of are. We don't lose it because we lose, so one game. But they want to make sure we don't repeat or they beat the team that won the championship last year. This isn't going to be an easy year. It already isn't. We saw what UH brought us. We saw how tight our team actually played pretty tight. If you look at the Houston game, you see some of those drops, you see some of the passes from Frank. We played kind of tight, even though we got up. We played Army, we played a little tired, a little thing, and then once we loosened up, boom, here we came, right? Everything fell into place. If we play loose, we play relaxed, play calm, and play confident, we are walking out of DKR singing our alma mater from the hills of Oak and Cedar to the Alamo. Voices raised will echo. Right? And we will be echoing all over Austin. Trust me. You want to hear some obnoxious people? We're some obnoxious fans when it comes to winning. In the right way. I mean, yeah, any fan's going to yell their team's greatness, right? We don't get in people's face about it. So that's what's nice. But you will hear a lot of UTSA chants. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Just like you would when Cougars win. When they yell their whose house, Cougs house. Yep. That's what makes college football great. But you're still not getting anybody's face about it. I mean, right? We're just being fans. I'll see you guys at DKR. Let's rock it. Let's be louder than they are. Let's put them on notice that we got some pipes. Because I know we got pipes. Birds up. Boo!